Well, hello everyone, my name is Prem and welcome back to this episode of ATS Showcases, and today we are here in Kalispell, Montana. We're going to be heading down to Missoula, so not a crazy long delivery, but I think the delivery itself is going to be quite nice because we've got some really nice country roads here that we're going to be going through, and plus this is my first time over in this area of Montana, the western side, and today I'm going to be driving Galimim's 2018 Volvo VNL Globetrotter because this truck is an absolute beauty. I've done this truck and the VNR version a little while ago on the channel, so if you want to check out some of the features that the truck mod offers, you can check out that video. I'll try to link it up in the card above. But long story short, this Volvo VNL is truly incredible. Galimim did an amazing job on it. The interior and exterior look truly incredible, and the sounds are also great as well. Ah yes, that is what I remember, a really good sounding Cummins X15 that is included with this truck mod along with a lot of the interior sounds. If I go my blinkers here, and some different sounds as well when you're getting off brakes. They are a little bit more custom, not just your bog standard indicator, and some just general air brake sounds as well, and the reverser is a custom beep as well. So overall it is a really solid mod, and of course I'll have it linked down in the description below if you'd like to check it out. So hopefully everyone is doing well. I certainly am back here in Montana, and may I just quickly note that something when I was actually getting this delivery I noticed, I don't know if it's been in a lot of the other DLCs as well, it's definitely probably in the more recent ones, but definitely here in Montana I'm noticing it. The detail on the ground itself, like there's broken pavement back there, and there's scuff marks and all that kind of stuff on the pavement, on the ground, especially in these warehouse areas. Overall, it is just a really, really nice detail that I've noticed across the Montana DLC in particular, but I do believe that some of the other DLCs, especially the newer ones, have had it as well. But that's just kind of a little bit of a side note there that I happened to notice. But it's great to be in this western section of Montana, of the Montana DLC, that's for sure. As I mentioned, I've been doing a lot on the eastern side and north and south, just not over here in west. So we are now here over in west, as if you call west a full area. But it really is, it's a beautiful area, lots of great scenery as far as the blog post and some of the videos have shown, but it's great to be just finally checking it out for myself. Ride the curb there a little bit, get used to the turning radius of this VNL. And you may be asking, well, why did I decide to go the VNL? Well, one, I want to bring back the Galimim mods here with the VNR and VNL. Now, I'm doing the VNL today. Definitely expect to see the VNR coming up soon. They are just truly incredible mods, rated highly among the ATS community, especially for those who run mods. They're amazing trucks. Don't notice a performance impact, at least on my PC, at all, and I'm saying that with a grain of salt. For those who run, depending on the specs of your PC, you may find suffering, but generally speaking, from what I know, these mods are very, very easy to just plug and play an ATS and not have to fumble around with your graphics setting, because trust me, I've had to do a few of those mods and they are awfully annoying, and I don't have to deal with that with these, so I am always very happy when I see that. But they are just truly incredible mods, and they come with their own engine sounds, they come with their own interior sounds to a certain degree as well, at least the VNL. As far as I remember, the VNR does as well. So those mods, I do have videos, as I mentioned earlier, on the channel from them already, where I did a little bit more of a deep dive into some of the options. At least I believe I remember doing them, saying that it has been quite a while. So hopefully that is, and if not, I'll probably end up going through them again at some point. But you may be asking why it's going to do it. Like I had just mentioned earlier, before I got sidetracked on the history of these VNLs and VNRs with my channel. SCS Software has actually announced on a recent blog post that they are going to be revamping the Volvo VNL that's in American Truck Simulator. They recently visited the Volvo Trucks North America facility, I believe in Virginia, in the USA, and besides building a good, just helping build a strong communication and relationship corporately, they did actually spend some time doing some imaging and I believe some sound recording. Quote me, I may be wrong, so don't quote me, but from what the blog post kind of appeared like, they did definitely spend some time working alongside some of the VNLs, which is really, really nice to see, because I mean the Volvo VNL in ATS, oh, we're gonna miss that light. Beautiful. Nice, short, advanced green there, game. Thank you very much. The Volvo VNL in ATS, I think we can all pretty much agree, is a little bit outdated, like the one just driving away right there, behind my mirror. There it is. It is definitely outdated, and that's why even this 2018 Volvo looks so much better compared to, well, at least in my opinion, to the ones in game, because there's just a couple extra model years. Because I believe the ones in ATS are based, or currently that are stock, are based off of, I want to say, 2016, 2017. So 2018, I believe, is when Volvo did a pretty large change, or at least a fairly significant change to the design of their VNL and VNR line and stuff like that, or just VN line, I guess. So it seems like that was the case, because obviously this mod kind of is light years what feels like ahead of what the Volvo VNL in ATS is. So it's definitely nice to see that SES Software is going to be finally updating the VNL in ATS, and that also opens the door for some other models to come in as well, like the VNR, and possibly even some of the other ones as well, because I do believe there are a few others. I'm going to be honest, I'm not completely up to date on the Volvo situation when it comes to models, but I do know that the Volvo VNL in ATS needs some serious work, and so it's going to be nice to have an updated version of that. I'd imagine it would be the 2022 or even possibly 2023 model version, depending on what kind of designs they have access to. That is something that's, I guess, a little bit behind scenes, depending on what model year they're going to be scanning, or if they get CAD designs for them. But that's something we'll have to figure out, but at least having the news that they're going to be working on it is definitely really nice. They did say that it's extremely early in the process, so they didn't even have any early access, I guess you could call it, look, or behind the scenes look at some of the development process of it yet when it comes to modeling. They didn't display any of that in the video and one screenshot in the blog post. It was just a little bit of, I guess, promotional sense for both Volvo and SES Software, really. But it was nice to hear that they are going to be doing that, and that was the main bit of news, and kind of the reason why I got back into the Volvo VNL today, just not the stock one. I wanted something that could have a really nice engine mod, and to be honest, I wanted to bring back these mods anyways, because I haven't really done too much in the line of truck mods recently, just because of, well, we got Western Star 57X that came out. We had just 1.45, and even before that, to a certain degree, 1.44. There's been just so many updates and DLCs and stuff like that, and free content additions as well, that I haven't really gotten around to some of the different mod trucks that are around the ATS world. I definitely have covered them, don't get me wrong, but not a ton, and I wanted to go back to some of the ones I've done before that are still arguably some of the best ones ever to hit this Steam Workshop there for ATS. And I'd say these Volvo VNL and VNR mods by Galimim are definitely among those higher tiers. But let's stake our way here through here in Kallen, because it's definitely a really, really scenic area. Something I knew going into this, and especially for those who followed along during the development of Montana, but it's definitely something that's it's definitely an area I really wanted to check out, and I'm kind of regretting in a sense not doing it earlier, because it is a really, really nice area, and it just shows the diversity of Montana. It is so cool. I did actually want to do some livestock hauling in this episode, but I also kind of wanted to go in this area, so I pretty much had to choose livestock journey or well, coming up to Kalispell, and then my goal was to go anywhere in this area, so Missoula worked out really nicely actually, but I wanted to do a delivery in there, and unfortunately all I could find, at least in this western side of the Montana DLC, at least in the external contracts, because this is actually counting towards the Cruising Montana event. All I could find is jobs coming out of Butte, and that didn't really work for me, considering I believe, as far as I know, we already did an episode there. For some reason my memory is just gone when it comes to what delivery we've done so far. As far as I know, we did Butte. I think it was one of our first ones, so that is always good. But yeah, it's definitely just nice to be over here hauling something, and that's why I decided just to put the reefer on, because it's pretty easy to find a job in ATS if you have some form of a dry bulk or just in general dry trailer, dry box trailer. That's generally the easiest cargo types to find, is using one of those. So that's what I decided to do. And we also had a Montana Spotlight blog post just a few days ago now, and I happened to be in it. Thanks again to SES Software. This is not now the first time, which is kind of crazy for me to even say, to be honest with you guys. Just thought I'd let you listen to that acceleration of the X15. But it's kind of crazy for me to say that this isn't the first Spotlight video for, or I guess blog post I should call it, and feature across ATS and ATS2 that SES Software have included on my channel. And so big thank you guys over at SES Software. You guys, all of you are absolutely amazing, and I appreciate the support there. You guys have, SES Software has done wonders for Prime Simulation, and they just continue to support and help promote the channel as well in various ways, and so I truly do appreciate it. And I also appreciate all of you who share and like and comment and well as support the channel in monetary ways as well. You guys are all truly incredible. Best community ever is not taken lightly. That hashtag is not just a hashtag, it's a legitimate thing. This is a kind of almost a strange way family, and you guys are truly incredible at just supporting those who like the same thing, and that's what I am here for. I just loved playing ATS and ATS2 and various simulation titles. Arguably, I haven't been doing a lot of, in all honesty, I haven't been doing a lot of other simulation titles recently, but that's just down to what I've had time to do and, well, the content that's come out for ATS and to a certain degree ATS2. I've been kind of unfortunately putting that on a bit of a back burner, but we got to get back into ATS2 as well. But it's really, really nice to do some stuff here in ATS, and I appreciate all the support you guys give. You know what, let's stop in at this viewpoint. My I don't know if my cinematic viewpoint video will be out when you guys are watching this. It is currently almost done. But I've had issues with a couple things, and I've had to re-record some stuff. So why don't we shut off the truck here, and why don't we watch this cinematic viewpoint? Now that was very, very nice. Do not be, if you haven't seen some of those different viewpoints around Montana already, and if you want to see some of them, keep an eye out on the channel for the cinematic showcase that will be coming hopefully very soon, if I stop having some issues with some of the recordings I did because of silly settings that got changed. hopefully, hopefully it comes out very soon, because some of those viewpoints are truly incredible, and the Montana DLC looks absolutely amazing. So the Volvo VNL by Galimim here comes with different, obviously, models of engines, both Cummins and the Volvo engines as well. But as far as I know, the DD13 or D13 engines and the Cummins X15 engines are actually by are even more custom, or at least provided by a different engine modder. Can't recall the name off the top of my head, but I am actually running, I don't know if I ever really said it at this point, I can't remember to the beginning of the video if I said it properly or not, but I am actually running the Cummins X15 engine in this Volvo today instead of the D13. It's just a bit of a preference, to be honest, just change it up, and I actually like the sounds of the X15 a lot, at least in this mod. It sounds really good. So I decided just to go with it instead of the Volvo variant. As far as I know, you can get the Volvos in the Cummins engines and the Volvo engines themselves. Correct me if I'm wrong, but considering they added it, I would imagine that is what the realism's sake is. And I even do believe in ATS itself, they have Cummins engine variants as well. So I'd imagine that there is a reason behind that. And so I guess that's what I'm going off of when I say that the Cummins engines work in a Volvo. So as far as I know, that's all good there, but that's what I decided to use today, and the engine just sounds really quite nice. It is, you know, your more highway variant of the engine, not so brute Americanness, I guess you could say. That's what I like to call basically the difference between a kind of like an N14 looping engine and then one of these. It's basically the best way to compare it. They're definitely made for the more highway thing, like especially in engine braking. To be honest, it's not the worst that we've heard. Definitely not the worst engine brake that you can hear, but it's also not the greatest. So it's, you know, you got to take it as you get it, because it's also what kind of truck you're getting. You're not supposed to be getting this absolute brute truck of American muscle, basically. It is kind of designed to be a highway and economy-based truck in general, so don't expect to have crazy gas guzzling sounding engines, really. They're supposed to be more quiet and economical, and I guess just comfortable is the best way to say, for especially the driver. Whatever the engine, though, it's pulling up this hill quite well, though. That's always nice to see. Always nice to see, indeed. And it's a little bit of a little bit of both. Getting some highway and some country road, which is always nice to see. And I think we're getting pretty close. Yeah, we are. We're coming down now. It's going to be pretty quick to head straight into Missoula there, now that we're on the highway. So we'll continue on here to get this episode wrapped up a little bit here. I wanted to get this out to you guys, well, presuming I wanted it to be a bit earlier than later. Hopefully you guys are seeing this on Saturday, and hopefully everyone is enjoying their Saturday. But let's hope that it actually gets out then, because knowing sometimes YouTube, it can process for what feels like an eternity sometimes. Sometimes it's on the matter of hours, sometimes it's a matter of a day and a half or more. So I've actually launched videos sometimes where they're not completely in 1440p, but they're in 1080 and they look like they would be if they were completely 1440, because YouTube's just having issues with their rendering services, of course. But you know what? It's the way it is. I can't really complain that much. I don't have really any control over it, other than just hoping that the day is good for the rendering. And as the channel continues to grow, as far as I know, it's kind of not necessarily a hidden thing at this point, but kind of it is generally well known that the bigger channels get priority on their uploads for rendering services, more than the smaller channels. So as the channel continues to grow, I've already noticed it. and I continue to notice it as well, generally speaking, that things get better for the higher quality renders, which is all I like to hear, or all I like to see, really. I guess here as well, as sometimes there's audio glitches here and there, but generally speaking, it's pretty good, and I kind of know what lengths of episodes perform well with the rendering and what ones don't. So that's all fine. Sometimes I have issues on my end, and then sometimes it renders weird, and it just kind of breaks the upload. All those weird things and all those annoying little knickknacks that you gotta just kind of work around and deal with, but that's all fine. It's all in the name of getting content out there and doing what I enjoy. Better not rear-end the cop. And you know what? I've actually been quite proud. Haven't really had any issues today. This delivery yet not done, but although it's not done, hopefully it finishes in style here and keep it pretty classy and pretty clean when it comes to the driving. Man, that bus got really close to the back of that car. Just saying. I was a little gutsy on the brakes there, Greyhound bus or whatever it is. Now in ATS, who knows what they call it now. I can't remember. It's like Farland, something like that. Yeah. Oh well, that's the way it is. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's actually that's another Galimim VNL, isn't it? Yeah, it is. That is no stock ATS. That is no stock ATS. I can also tell because of the stickers on the side. But hey, that actually looks pretty good. I forgot that the AI would spawn them as well, so that's kind of fun. It's always kind of cool to see those truck mods in the world as well. It's not just not me, which is kind of nice to have some variety there. Lots of stop and go traffic today in this delivery. Didn't really think about that. I guess I should have thought about that though, in a sense, because we are going in between two fairly good sized towns and cities, so it does make sense that we'd have some traffic lights here and there, and it is kind of it is realistic as well. I mean, there's not too many places that you can go around without having to stop at a light, at least over here in North America. Europe is maybe something different. You guys have a lot of roundabouts. We don't really have that many roundabouts over here in North America. We do. We do have roundabouts, that's for sure. There's actually some in American Truck Simulator already, but it's not as common. Let's just say that. Now, actually, we got to get over here into the left lane, so I think we're going to come out ahead of this other Volvo if he gives me space. We're going to kind of bully him across here, and don't rear-end the bus. That would be bad news. Beautiful. Oh yeah, I also have the arrow thing, if you haven't noticed already, on the back of the trailer. I figured with the amount of arrow I have on the VNL here, with like the extended cab deflector, and then also on the ground I have basically, like, you can't really see because it's all black, but I have basically the ground effect downforce kind of stuff. They called it ground effect, but it's just basically little barriers that go right close to the ground to help with aerodynamic flow. So that is on there as well. So I thought, you know what, probably should kind of kit the trailer out as well, kind of make it more cohesive in that sense. But looks like we're almost here at the delivery, which is good, because if you couldn't tell already, starting to run out of things to talk about. I like to just kind of go free for all here on these. I don't know why I indicated. What was I doing? Looking at the GPS and then not driving not getting there yet. Looking too far ahead in the preview. Yeah, no, it's nice just to kind of have these more like off the cuff episodes as well, not just so many things to talk about where it's kind of just, okay, well, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that. That guy parked. Why is that thing parked on an angle? Oh, that's not annoying at all. Well, let's see how I can do this. Can I actually utilize this construction area here a little bit? I don't know. I'm gonna try and stay inside because that beep is ear piercing. Where is the... I'd like to kind of go more straight in so I can actually see. I mean, we can start coming around here. I think we're gonna be coming in too close. I can't really tell. It's hard. I can only see so much going through there because the angle is really annoying. I don't know how they managed to do it in real life. Was I on a decent trajectory? You know what? It's actually not that bad. I know it's cheating, but oh, hit all the wrong buttons here. Gonna go inside. Let's see if I can crank it around even more. Get it to pivot. Oh, I'm on the curb already. I can feel it. All right, let's see if we can actually go up into this or if it's going to stop us. There's no yellow dot saying that I have all the markers off. Oh, no, I can't. Figured so. All right, but that's fine. At least I can see it a bit better. Ear-piercing beep. At least for me, maybe. Oh, that's going back the other way now too much. Oh, this is lovely. After a couple more attempts, I've decided to do the proper thing, or at least the thing that I prefer to do, and not do a blindside reverse. So look, I just decided to spin it around, and let's try and back this in here once and for all. I mean, it's gonna take it. I don't really like it, but we're gonna call it good. We're just going to this side. You can't tell. So thank you all so much for watching. What an episode. I mean, lovely mod, lovely area here in Montana. It's just truly incredible. The Montana DLC continues to absolutely blow me away every time I see it. Once again, highly recommend this Volvo VNL by Galimim. Link down below if you want to check it out. And other than that, thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.